I forget who it was who said the problem with the church is the conservatives aren't liberal and the liberals aren't conservative. And I think the point they were making is, why is it that there seems to be this divide between those who are intent on getting doctrine and liturgy right, and then it feels like on the other side you've got people who are running soup kitchens and wanting to take care of the immigrant and the poor. Where did that come from? Why does it remain? Why shouldn't it remain?
I think a lot of it has to do, it shouldn't remain. We need a coming together of the pro-life wing of the church and the social justice wing of the church, to use these hackneyed categories.
Yeah, good. And then I was going to say, try to rehabilitate that word real quick, because people hear social justice and they just think leftism.
Yeah, and that's precisely the problem,
Yeah.
and not without certain justification, because this is how the bifurcation happens. All right, a certain kind of a Catholic who is very concerned with outreach to the poor, to those who are economically disadvantaged, to the immigrant. Catholics who are very anti-war and anti-military industrial complex, you get the who are in favor of health care for all. Those sorts of Catholics. It's very hard for us. Let me back up a second. It's very hard for any human being to think in political categories. And so eventually what happens is you begin to drift towards whatever politics most supports your favored causes. And if your favored cause is economic egalitarianism and equality for the masses and universal health care and free and open immigration, you're going to gravitate towards Democrats. Oh, but the Democrats have this thing with abortion. And so you end up saying, well, we're not just going to pay any attention to that. All right. And anytime you're reminded then, hey, you're a Catholic and abortion is important and euthanasia is important and assisted suicide is important and, in vitro fertilization, all that stuff matters. And you don't want to hear that. It makes you uncomfortable. It's because it's upsetting your politics. Now, it's also then true of pro-life people. They're great on all the life issues. And in both cases, you can't do everything.
Yeah.
If that's your cause, great. If that's your cause, great. But what happens then is you wed your cause to a particular political party. So the conservative Catholic who's pro-life and abortion is his or her preeminent issue, say, well, the Republicans are better on that. Donald Trump is good on that. Roe v. Wade got overturned. I ran into this all the time. I don't want to get into my politics, but, I didn't vote for Kamala Harris. I didn't vote for Donald Trump either. But there's a certain kind of Catholic that came after me and said, Trump, man, pro-life, that's where it's at. And I felt like saying, this is what happens when you reduce the moral causes you're fighting for to the political apparatus that you think is going to best ensconce those values.